All right, all right. So, the girl with the dragon tattoo. Um, this YouTube channel was not intended to be a book review kind of channel. I usually share my philosophical reflection and essay. But I just finished this book and I thought it would be cool to talk with you guys about it and connect with other book people who love such stories. And so here I am. So today I would like to talk about the story, um, kind of saying to you what I wish someone would have told me before starting this book, and trying to answer to the question: Is it worth it? Is it worth your money and time? Because also it's like 600 650 pages, which is like quite long. So first of all, the story, the book is from Stieg Larsson, which sadly passed away before the publication of this book, I believe. This story is the story about two main characters. The first one is Mikael Blomqvist, and the second one is Lisbeth Salander. So the story is a mystery which blend together like a murder, financial mystery, journalism, uh, is a strongly denounce the condition of women in Sweden, given the fact that it is the story is in Sweden and the author is a Swedish guy. Um, so it's a mix of things, and is an international bestseller, has been made into a movie, two movies, I believe. And so it will follow the story. It starts with this journalist, Mikael Blomqvist, which has been just screwed up. Basically, he accused a famous businessman to be a fraud, to be a criminal, and it didn't work out well for him. He lost the case, and his life is really falling into pieces. And so we follow him, and then um, he receives a call from a big the CEO of a big corporation, the Wenger family, um, and they try to hire him to write a chronicle of a book about the story of the family, and to also resolve the murder mystery, the mystery of the disappearance of Harriet Wenger, which was the niece of the current CEO that now is an old man, which is obsessed with what happened to his niece more than 30 years uh, prior to the present moment, I believe. And so Michele will start to investigate, and this is where the book kicks in and gives the best of it, the the best of it. The second character is Elizabeth Salander, which is probably most people favorite character, because she's an absolutely underdog. She's an outsider. She has problem with socializing. She suffer from Asperger syndrome, I believe. She's a completely antisocial. Um, she has a really a lot of problem, talking to people and express their emotions and stuff like that. And she's a girl, and but nonetheless, like, she is absolutely brilliant at his at her job, and in what she does. And she's a private investigator. She's working for a private investigation agency, and we came to realize that she's stronger than what she looks like. And um and eventually she will help Mikhail solving the mystery, of course. So, quick note about the style. I loved the writing of Stieg Larsson. I loved it. I was shocked this was his first book ever, because it's a hell of a first book. Um, is beautifully written. Um, it is really concise, like kind of brief, like the sentences are really short, on average. Is not flowery kind of descriptions. There is little description. Even the dialogues are really kind of concise, almost like, just saying what is necessary and leave out the rest. But I don't know how he managed to make some people sound not like robots and like with like actual humans, which is remarkable. And he uses a lot of um, reference to the time, so like dates and time, like clock time, and which I love, because it makes you follow along, and it makes you stick to the story and where he's going. And I just love, it's super simple. I took this translation, translated from the Swedish by Rag Killen, and I love this translation. It was really good. The English is really simple, so probably he didn't try to. He's not an author that is trying to impress the reader. That's for sure. And the story definitely benefit from that. Um, I love is a page turner, and I love and I don't know how he pulled this off, because even though like they're really short sentences, and it's kind of strict and to the point, it flows really well, really really well. It flows really well, and you can read it easily. um this said, some bad notes on this book. So it's 650 pages. The first 100 pages are a bit all over the place. So is a lot of intro, is a big introduction to the main character. We're not gonna see Elizabeth Salander, the other main character, before page 50, I believe, or even 100 maybe. And it's a lot of background to make the reader understand all the details and what is behind the whole thing, and you don't even know where it's going, where this thing is going, because there's so much information that it doesn't really help the reader to stick to this book. In fact, the first time I read it, I dropped the book. But I'm really glad I picked it up back up. So go through the first 100 pages. Is it worth it? Second note, the last 100 pages, I think it is kind of they could have made he could have made this book way shorter. I think it's really realistic. We can see that the author tries really, really hard to make everything seems as real as possible, and it does. It does. It feels like real people having real problem. There is no quick solution to any kind of problem, and it's great. It's really immersive to read, but sometimes is a little bit too much. And the weakness of the last 100 pages is that the mystery has been already be solved by page 500 or so, and so the remaining 150 pages is just what happened afterwards, which if you are here for the mystery, you will not be as interested, and you might lose a little bit of interested. But by the time you are there, you will be loving this style, I guess, or so happened to me, and the story that you will go through anyway. um there is also a sequel to this book that I would like to read, even though like there is no an opening for a sequel at the end of the book, so it just finished as it does. So to recap, I think that the first 100 pages and the last 100 pages are the weakest part. The middle, the big chunk, is where the juice is, and I really love the mystery. But there is another problem, which is that is the story of this big corporation, this big wealthy family, the Vanger, and he is trying to. His assignment is to dig deeper into the whole story family and to try to solve the mystery. um and so the book is full of names and people and the cousin of the cousin and the son of the son and the daughter of the daughter, and they all have a kind of similar name. Like there is Gregor, Gerda, Gustav, Gottfried, that there is another Gottfried, that there is Richard, Harald, Henrik, Harriet, Martin, Margareta, Anita, Alexander, Frederick. You get the point. So yeah, there is, I think, in the first pages there is like this kind of family tree of sort, and is really helpful because you will return to this page a lot to understand who is who basically. um but it is really a good book. I will give him I will give it like 4 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed it, and it was worth it, even though yeah, he has some weak points, but it is a really good read, and I wanted to share with you. So let me know what you think about it. Let me know what kind of book should I read next. Also, if you know any other kind of author, Swedish author, because I want to dig deeper into Swedish literature because I really love this one, and so I want to see other authors as well. So yeah, let me know, and see you in the next one.